Hey everybody, welcome to UpSkill 101. My name is Carrie Horning and I'm going to take you on a tour of the UpSkill website today. You're going to learn a little bit about how to maneuver your way through digital skills, soft skills, and even full career pathways so that you can kind of self-pace your way through these courses. You can choose to follow the course from beginning to end and earn a badge of certification of completion, or you can just kind of pick and choose if there are certain skills that you feel like you're interested in or need to brush up on. All of this will basically kind of help set you up with a little bit deeper social capital when it comes to looking for your future career or maybe even applying for scholarships and university. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share screen and take you on a tour. Let's get rolling right away with that. So the first thing that we're going to do is head into the UpSkill website. And as you can see here, you can take all of these courses and learn everything you need to learn in Espanol as well as in English. You can also click through if it turns out that you or your family members want to learn this in another language. I believe there are 4 or 5 different languages available. So if you do not need the program in Spanish, then you can just close out here on the right corner. There's an X. And across the top of the web page, you can see right away everything that we offer. We're going to jump right into digital skills since that's first in line. And basically what we're talking about here with digital skills, you've got 2 different options. So there's digital literacy, which is really kind of the basics of how to use different devices and software, how to collaborate with others online. You may already know all of that. We also have a full section of virtual collaboration tools, which takes you a little bit deeper into how to give a webinar or how to operate a Zoom call. So let me kind of drive you through this, and we'll start right from the beginning with digital literacy. So if you scroll on down the page, or you can click Let's Go, it'll take you right there. Microsoft's digital literacy courses, there's 5 hours of content. You can see that right here with the little clock icon. There are 6 different courses, and at the end of this, you can earn a certificate of completion that will automatically populate to your LinkedIn profile. Now, before we go into this, let me just say that having a LinkedIn profile is not mandatory to take these classes. However, it's extremely beneficial because if you do have that LinkedIn profile, then once you complete the courses, again, the certificate automatically populates to that profile. So it's pretty slick, and it's also extremely easy then for HR managers or, like I said, college admissions officers to look at your LinkedIn profile and see exactly what your competencies are. So you'll see another video from us coming later on how to set up a LinkedIn profile, but right now let's kind of get busy back with the digital skills. So if you click Get Started, what's going to happen is it's going to take you to the Microsoft Learning page, and you can see exactly how the pathway rolls. It lists all the information here on this web page, and I think because I'm doing a live recording, I think we're not seeing some of the actual graphics that come along with it, but everything populates here very easily. Working with computers and collaborating with others, you can kind of click your way through and start that coursework. So once you click that button, it takes you directly to the courses, okay? So what I want to point out, and this will be consistent all the way through, is once you hit play and start the actual programming,
digital skills can play a powerful role in helping you to.
You can stop it. You can go back by 10 seconds at a time. You can move forward 10 seconds at a time. But what this does is this allows you to give yourself a chance to listen to it. You can go back if you miss something. You can take notes. There's actually an option right here where you can see what other people have asked or comments that they've made about the programming. There is this notebook where you can take notes for yourself before each quiz, and there's a full transcript as well. So you can read it as well as just watching it or instead of watching it. But this takes you through, let me show you here on the left, each of the contents, each of the sections. So each section is just usually a couple minutes long. Once you finish that entire collection, then you're going to take a chapter quiz, and then you'll move on to the next segment. Okay, you can speed this up. I happen to be a little bit of a fast talker, which means that oftentimes I'm a little bit of a fast listener as well. You can bump up your speed here on the right. You can also choose to do closed caption, whether that's something you need or if it's something you prefer to watch and read at the same time. That's all available right here. So this just gives you kind of a little bit of a insight into how these courses are listed and how they run out. So let me backtrack just a little bit here. That was Microsoft Digital Literacy. Then you can move into the virtual collaboration tools. And again, what you're going to see is all of this coursework is free. Now, this section has 19 hours of content. There are 13 courses with 10 experts teaching those courses. And yes, there is a certification at the end of completion. And if you want to get a look before you even go any deeper, if you want to get a look at what classes are actually being offered, so here's an example. They're all listed right here. Computer literacy for Mac, learning Excel online, Microsoft collaboration, so SharePoint, Teams, and groups. These are all, computer courses that you may find yourself needing in college or maybe at a career. I've spent a lot of time working with local businesses in our area in North Central Washington, and many of the businesses actually are saying that students are coming out of school without all the computer skills that they need. So this is an opportunity, especially while you're doing virtual learning anyways, to go ahead and kind of up your game. And then again, knowing with that LinkedIn profile, which LinkedIn is actually, it's really just an online resume, but it's definitely something that recruiters and HR managers are going to find their candidates. So it's someplace that you want to be seen on social media. It's definitely a professional social media. And again, we'll talk about that when we move over to the LinkedIn Learning video next. But this is a way right here where you can very easily, very quickly, and for free increase your skills. So there's time management for working from home. Right now during COVID, this is especially critical. Not only are you learning from home, but maybe you are doing some remote work. And these are classes to help you learn how to do that. Remote working foundations. Learning Zoom is one of them. This is actually a Zoom meeting that I'm recording, so we're using it, as we're talking about it. So, so click to get started. This is going to take you right into the digital literacy, Microsoft Learning, and this is uploading actually to my LinkedIn Learning webpage. And I want to point out here on the top right, usually right here, there's a little image, a profile image from your LinkedIn profile. I don't believe it's showing because I'm logged into to this webinar under a business account rather than personal. But to the right of that, you'll see this little globe. And if you click on that button, that is where you can that easily, at the click of one button, change what language you're seeing all of these courses in. So here, obviously, I'm in Spanish or English, but at the click of a button, I can change that into Spanish. And that's populating right now. So once everything gets rolling into the courses, you can see that it is actually in Spanish there. So I'm going to backtrack just a little bit. So once you step into the actual coursework, you can do these sequentially in order, or you can kind of pick and choose. Maybe you came into this just thinking, hey, I need to learn a little bit more about time management and working from home, even if it's just schoolwork and school classes, and you can click on that course and start right away.
Working from home is a wonderful opportunity. It offers more flexibility and can eliminate a daily commute.
All right, so that kind of explains exactly what's going to happen from there. So then let's backtrack again, head back to the UpSkill website. We're going to go straight up to the top of the page, and we're going to hit soft skills. Now, this is a key factor. Some of you who are watching this may have actually met me when I was doing the Career Connected Learning work. We spent a lot of time during the Career Connected Learning tenure working on soft skills with different school districts. And I think, I would just reiterate that soft skills right now are of the utmost importance. And that's because applicants are showing up for jobs without soft skills. So if you've got those soft skills, you're going to immediately stand out. And I've talked about them, I've talked about the soft skills previously in terms of, are you showing up professional? Are you, this is pre and post COVID, whether you're doing the interview online like this or whether you're in person, are you engaged in making eye contact? Do you have a nice, strong posture? Did you dress appropriately? Were you punctual? Were you on time? These are, real basic soft skills that, some might think, hey, that seems very easy, but it isn't always easy. So again, if you stand out with these skills, we've heard over and over and over again, companies will say, I can teach the hard skills. I can teach them the job, but they need to have the soft skills. They need to know how to get here. They need to be on time. They need to be coachable, and they need to be a good team player. And so this section is just kind of reiterating that. So let me kind of show you what that looks like. There's just under 10 hours of content in the soft skills coursework. There are 11 courses with 10 different industry experts teaching them. And again, just like the rest, you will receive a certificate of completion that will automatically populate to that LinkedIn profile that I'm recommending that you create. And there's just some terrific courses here. Embracing unexpected change. Right now during COVID, this is a terrific soft skill to be learning about and really, how can I implement this in my life? Same thing with building resilience. Critical thinking for better judgment and decision making, persuading others, effective listening, really great coursework here. So let's go ahead and jump in and get started. This is going to take you right back to the LinkedIn Learning. And again, this is my page. So you can see here that I've actually already started the Developing Your Emotional Intelligence course. And you can see my progress here in the progress bar. I still have 44 minutes. I haven't made it that far through, but it's just a nice example so you can kind of see how you can come back to it. So this is all self-paced. If you find that you're busy or, a phone call comes in, or you started the courses before, you had a class and your class is starting, and you need to kind of take a break or whatever, maybe it's dinner time or you got to go out for your run, you can come back to this at any point and jump right back into the course. So I think that's a really terrific advantage. So again, you can go sequentially, or you can kind of pick and choose as to what you need in that time frame. Let's go ahead and pop through here on developing your emotional intelligence. And I want to bring this back to the contents, which I talked about in the digital skills.
There's also the potential for variation within us.
As you move through your courses, you're going to see once it's completed, there's a little green check mark. And then you'll roll into the next one and the next one, and then you'll take that chapter quiz. And then you'll move on through, okay? So just know that you can bounce and stop at any point in time. Again, you can see here a quick overview. You can look at the Q&A, the questions and answers, and see what's come up from other users. And you have this notebook where you can take notes for yourself, which is really key. You can highlight what you think you might need to know for the quiz. And then you can read through the transcripts as well. Maybe you're not a visual learner and you want to do the reading. It's all right here for you. Okay, and don't forget that you can use the buttons to kind of skip back and skip forward as you need to for your learning. Okay, so what's next in UpSkill? If you go back to the top of the page, one of the next options is role-based skills. This is a pretty deep dive. So these are actual in-demand careers right now and projected to be so for the next 5 years. In fact, they're saying by 2025, 85% of all jobs will need some digital skilling. And that's why Microsoft, LinkedIn, and GitHub put this out into the world globally for everybody to access during this COVID-19 pandemic. It's just a great way to keep us all on top of our skills. So in this role-based skills, like I said, it's a bit of a deeper dive. These are actual career pathways. So, maybe you're a senior in high school and you're thinking a 4-year college is not for me. And maybe you're not even sure about going to a community college yet. Here's a way where you can come in and teach yourself through the coursework how to be either a customer service specialist, a data analyst, a digital marketing specialist, project manager, graphic designer. There are 10 different careers here. 3 of them you can actually get fully certified. You go through all the coursework and the testing. There's a self-proctored testing. You can get that certificate and maybe you become an IT support or IT admin. Earlier, in some interviews and some work that we've been doing with UpSkill, we interviewed a local gentleman from Quincy, Washington, who is an IT admin. He's doing that job right now from Quincy, working with some major corporations and really making a great living for himself. And his comment when he saw this was, "Hey, where was this when I was in school? Man, I wish I would have had this opportunity." So again, just to reiterate, it is free coursework for full-on careers. So whether you are or not, up to you, whether you're going to a 4-year school, a 2-year school, or none of the above, you're still very much so able to jump in here and learn something about an entirely new career. So let's kind of jump in. How about sales representative? Let's take a look at that. So you want to become a sales representative, and what this does then is tells you a little bit about it. You can develop your sales skills, your people skills, which again is back to those soft skills, and the ability to create emotional engagement and earn the trust of others. And listen, if you're going to go out and sell a product, first thing is you need to have those soft skills. You need to be able to have a conversation with people, sometimes complete strangers. But I think more importantly, you really need to believe in the product that you're selling. So this is going to teach you some of the skills, but make sure it's something that you kind of have a passion and an understanding for, if at all possible. So what's this look like? Learning path courses for sales, becoming a sales rep. There's 8 hours of content. There are 8 courses taught by 5 industry experts. And again, you will earn that badge of completion that will populate to the LinkedIn profile. So let's take a look at this. To stay on that soft skills for sales professionals, let's go ahead and get started and go take a look at that. So this takes us again back to LinkedIn Learning, back where I am on my LinkedIn Learning page. And again, the user can choose their language right here, just as a reminder. So become a sales rep. We've got 7 hours and 34 minutes of content, but let's kind of bounce down and take a look at this. Soft skills for professionals. And you click on that and everything's...
Want to know how successful a salesperson is? Just look at their numbers. But if you want to know why they're successful, you have to look deeper. Sales success is a combination of 2 things: hard sales skills, like product knowledge, and soft sales skills, which are hard to define relational skills that give you the last true competitive advantage in sales today.
All right, that's a great look. That's a great look at what they're talking about. So whether it's soft skills for just everyday work or everyday being a student, or it's soft skills specifically directed to your position, again, this is a great place to start. So as we're working through this programming, just know that everything that you are doing here is building some sort of a skill and social capital for you as you move on. Again, whether you are applying for scholarships for college, whether you are applying for jobs, or whether you're applying to actually get into a university. If you complete this coursework and have these certificates of completion on your LinkedIn profile, then immediately when one of those influencers is looking at your profile, they can automatically see your competencies. And again, that's just an ease. That is just an ease of access. We've had HR managers and businesses tell us before, listen, if I can't find somebody instantly on LinkedIn and look at that resume and see kind of what skills they have and what they're about, I'm not going to go digging for them. So this online resume of LinkedIn is actually quite important. And again, why I'm encouraging you, to start that profile and look. I think we'll probably be able to have your teachers guide you into finding where the how to set up a LinkedIn 101 video is going to live after this. But right now, in this UpSkill website and this coursework, this is a chance for you to jump in, learn new skills, and put those into your resume automatically. It is, I think it's probably one of the greatest gifts during this COVID pandemic that you can receive in terms of upping your skills and reskilling yourself. So that's a quick look at the UpSkill 101 and the UpSkill website. Again, my name is Carrie Horning. If you have questions, you can reach out to me between now and the end of January at Carrie, C-A-R-I, at gwata.org. So that's C-A-R-I at gwata.org. Thank you very much for joining me today on UpSkill 101. And we wish you all luck and work hard. Thank you. Happy learning. Bye-bye.